God, I feel like hell tonight. Tears of rage I cannot fight. Be the last to help you understand. Are you strong enough to be my man, my man? Nothing's true and nothing's right, so let me be alone tonight. 'Cause you can't change the way I am. Are you strong enough to be my man? Lie to me, I promise, I believe. Lie to me, but please don't leave. Don't leave.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we're checking out Strong Enough by Sheryl Crow. Amazing song, and it's got one of these really cool little quirks in it, in that it's in 6/4 time. Very, very unusual. In fact, I don't know a single other pop song, especially not a huge hit, that has this time signature. I guess officially sometimes it's kind of like 4/4 and then a 2/4 together, and sometimes it's like 2 bars of 3/4, but just to keep things simpler, we're going to be looking at the whole thing like it's in 6/4. Which does feel odd. I find it really hard to play and sing this one at the same time, like nearly impossible. I've heard lots of other people covering it, so if you want to have a go at it, I think it's just going to be lots of practice, kind of automating up the guitar part, and then you can start thinking about the vocal. So there's two kind of parts that we're going to be looking at. First of all is the main riff, which is most of the verses and stuff, and then we're going to look at the chords and the strumming pattern for the chorus, which is still staying in this 6/4 time. It's a little bit unusual strumming, but very, very cool. To do the riff, it's fingerstyle, so you're going to be needing to put that pick down, but let's get to a close-up because this one's going to be a lot easier to see that way. So you can see there we're starting with a D chord. Going to go through the picking hand with you in a sec, but we're just starting off with this D, and then we've got a little hammer on with the second finger, and then we're going to a G chord where it's kind of tricky because the second finger's just done the hammer on, and then it's got to jump all of the way to the 3rd fret and just play that low G note, 3rd fret thicker string. And then we're going to pick the open string, so we don't have to try and get our whole G chord down, just that one note and the open strings. Now the next chord, it's kind of an interesting one. It's like a B minor 7, but we've got this other note, the note G in it. Could be kind of a B minor sharp 5 or a G major 7 with a G bass, with a B bass, a few different names that you could call it. I'm thinking it sounds to me more like a B minor 7. So we got nothing on the thicker string. 1st finger in the 2nd fret of the 5th string. 3rd finger in the 4th fret of the 4th string. The open G. And then 2nd finger going down on the note D, which is the 3rd fret 2nd string. So we're playing the bass, chord. Again, I'm going to talk about the fingering in a sec. Then we pick up that chord, and then we've got an A, but we're going to use a little bar. We're not going to play A kind of the traditional way like that. We're just going to use a little bar with our 1st finger. So D, the little hammer on, G, B minor, A. We got thumb playing the open D string. Then we got fingers 1, 2 and 3 playing at once on the thinnest 3 strings. So thumb, fingers, then thumb, 1, 3rd finger's going to play that open, and then we got the hammer on. Thumb, fingers, thumb, 1, third finger, hammer on. Just practice that up a bit first. And now thumb is going to jump over and play the thicker string, and then the chord is going to be on strings 2, 3 and 4, fingers 1, 2 and 3, just to pick. So the first bar, again, thumb, fingers, thumb 1, third finger, hammer on, bass note, chord. Then we go to the B minor. We're doing the bass note on the 5th string, the chord is playing strings 2, 3 and 4. Same ones we were playing for the G. Bass, chord, then thumb 1, 2, 3, or P, I, M, A, depending on which system you're using. So thumb, chord, P, I, M, A, then bass note with the thumb, chord all together. The chorus stays with our 6/4 time, which makes the strumming pretty interesting. So first of all, let's talk about the strumming pattern. And what's interesting about it, it's a very, very common strumming pattern. In fact, so common I call it Old Faithful, which is down, down, up, down. But then we've got another down on the end for 2 beats. So we got 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6. Down, down, up, down, down. Down, down, up, down, down. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6. First thing you've got to get down is that. You've got to sort out that strumming pattern. So try and get it just with the muted stuff first of all, because that's always the easiest way. Then get a chord, maybe the E minor, which is the first chord in the chorus, and try down, down, up, down, down. Down, down, up, down, down. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6. It's very, very interesting. Now, also what's interesting is the chords change just for the 5 and the 6. So where it's written in the songbook, or if you're just listening, you got one chord. In this case, it's going to be E minor. And when it changes to the D with an F sharp bass, it's just for beats 5 and 6. So it's just going to get one strum. So the chords, first of all, let me kind of talk you through them. We've got E minor to D with an F sharp bass. Now, usually in this song, I'm fingering this with the 2nd finger on the thicker string, which will mute the 5th string to open D, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, little finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and the thinner string muted. That's the grip that I think kind of works easiest in this tune, but you can do it lots of other ways too. It's up to what you feel comfortable with. That's the one that seems to be working for me today. So E minor, D with an F sharp bass to G, A. So E minor, D with an F sharp bass, G, A, get a little bit more sticky, B minor bar chord, C, G, A. And it repeats that. So again, E minor, D with an F sharp bass, G to A. Now just a little note here, coming from that D with an F sharp bass to the G, I'm using my 2nd finger. I'm not playing anything on the 5th string. Kind of muddies it up on this particular chord. So I'm just letting my 2nd finger mute the 5th string, open, open, open. And often I'm not even playing anything on the thinner string. I'm just letting that same 2nd finger mute the thinner string. But if you want, you could put that 3rd finger down there in the 3rd fret to get that top G note. Wouldn't matter either way. I'm using the little bar chord like we used in the intro for the A chord. B minor is regular, C is just regular too. G, I'm just playing a kind of a normal way, except without the 5th string again. I don't tend to play that B note very often at all on a G chord, but you know, that's a taste thing, I think. And to an A chord. So now let's talk about it in time, real slow. E minor, D with an F sharp bass, G, A, B minor, C, G, A, E minor, D with an F sharp bass, G, A, B minor, C to G, A to the riff. Here we go. E minor, D with an F sharp bass, G, A, B minor, C, G, A, again, E minor, D with an F sharp bass, G, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6. It's all about getting that count, and if you nail the rhythm first, like I suggested with just that kind of muted strum thing going on, you really get that sorted out right, then do those chords real slow, making sure that you can get the change in the right place. And once you kind of got it flowing, it'll come good. But it's really about, you've got to get it right slowly first with these kind of more complicated tunes. So that's pretty much the whole song. So I hope you have a lot of fun playing that, and I'll see you for another lesson very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.